National Transportation Research Group, TRIP, is showing that Wyoming is in need of significant funding to make needed improvements to its roads and its bridges.
Yeah, News Channel 5's Kyle Markley reports on how much worse things could get if they can't get the necessary funds.
In order to make needed improvements to Wyoming's roads and bridges, the state would need to overcome a funding shortfall of $332 million per year and $3.3 billion over the next decade.
Right now, Wyoming isn't thinking about improvements. It's struggling just to keep up with maintaining what it has.
We're not really in a position to make the types of improvements that are necessary to support the growing energy sectors and also the other critical parts of the state's economy, including tourism, agricultural, and manufacturing.
TRIP found that 20% of Wyoming's roads have pavement in poor condition. Based on current funding and an increase in traffic over the next decade, that number is expected to increase to 37%.
But the secondary level roads, which are also very important, are the ones that are slipping fairly dramatically over the next decade.
The study found that Wyoming has hundreds of bridges that are structurally deficient.
You're looking at a 55% increase in the number of structurally deficient bridges in the state from nearly 400 to just over 600 over the next decade.
Wyoming's fatality rate is among the highest in the nation. Improved roads in some cases could help lower that number.
The fatality rate per vehicle mile of travel in Wyoming is 47% higher than the national average. And I think for any state, that's your first benchmark.
Cheyenne Chamber CEO Dale Steenbergen says roads are key when attracting new businesses.
The site selectors around the country, when interviewed, transportation is always at the top of their list, and it's specifically surface transportation and roads.
He believes transportation needs to be a top priority, and more funding options need to start being explored.
We have to put all options on the table. We have to look at all the options, go through them, analyze them to see what kind of an impact they will have. I mean, you don't want to increase taxes and reduce economic development.
Governor Meade's budget plan over the next 2 years calls for about $100 million to be invested in Wyoming's roads and bridges, but even that would leave the state about $60 million short per year just to keep them maintained. In Cheyenne, Kyle Markley, CBS News Channel 5.